Warm welcome, Markus Termin, Astrologisches Stundenbuch, Astrological Book of the Hours. It's the 21st of March 2024. The moon is in the fire sign of Leo and the sun is in the fire sign of Aries. That's the situation right now, which is basically a trine situation, and there are some very important aspects today. One of it is Venus conjuncting Saturn in the sign of Pisces. A Venus-Saturn conjunction is not a bad thing because it puts together two forces that fit together very well. Venus likes Saturn. That means harmony and structure on the background of Piscean forces. That's the forces of the spiritual, the eternal, in general, the things that are flowing, the things that are out there and have water quality. That's a fine thing. We can use that one if we want to get clear structures, get harmony into your structures. That's the feeling of the day. Then there's another thing which follows us throughout these days, which is Mercury, Chiron, and the North Node in the sign of Aries. Aries has become a stellium, so many forces now in Aries that we can call it a stellium, of course. That's a starter energy, of course, and Chiron being together with Mercury and the North Node is a distinguished chance of getting the initiative power of healing out there, healing energy throughout the world, which is desperately needed. Now, as you know, I'm a native German speaker. This is not my language, and you might not be involved into German everyday politics too much, but as everywhere, our official how do you say that? Our official agencies will not hand out information by free will. We have to go to court to get regular citizens' information, and one court case was successful by a news platform called Multipolar, and they got a hold on the papers of the so-called RKI agency, which is a state agency in Germany, as they managed the lockdowns. And guess it, there's so many passages and names blackened, that you'll have the idea of the black moon in Virgo. This is on the air and everywhere in Germany right now. Of course, they won't send it on state television shows. Germany has a state television, just like North Korea, something like that. It's a state television actually, and that's the situation. Then there's another pretty important aspect, which is the first sextile of the Sun towards Pluto in the sign of Aquarius. Now, this is the initiative liberation feeling with Pluto power, and this is exactly what is happening. The information cybernetics out there of the so-called legacy media doesn't exactly show that, but who gives anything for that anymore, really, So that's an interesting situation. It's an interesting, inspirational situation. And overall, we still have the so-called reception in between Venus in Pisces and Jupiter in Taurus. This is pure classical astrology. Even those of you who might be suspicious about modern psychological astrology, which I'm not. I think it's genius, but looking to the classical rules, this is a reception in between Venus and Jupiter. Why to say it again? Because Venus is in the Jupiter sign and Jupiter is in the Venus sign. It's a mutual reception and they look each other because they have an aspect. So this is like a conjunction in between Venus and Jupiter. So lift up your hearts. We're not living in bad times. We're living in the ending of bad times. There's a new time coming, and this will be the time of liberty, and you can't stop that in no sense. It's not possible. It's Pluto in Aquarius. We'll have a short back mirror view of Pluto going back to Capricorn this year. For about 6 weeks. This will be a short reminiscence, and then it's kind of over for a lot of systems that rule the oppression. Thank you very much for listening. If you want to find out how that works out in your personal chart, you can get a hold on me with this email address. It's a German address, and you'll find the conditions for a consultation down here at my German blog site. It's all German words, but any computer has a translating function. It's actually the oldest blog in German language existing in the German language room, and I thank you very much for listening. The reason why I put this out in English is mainly because I'm a person that wants to share information over the borders. I think the idea of having us all in those language cases and giving us just the information that is necessary to manipulate anybody, we can come over that and try to, as citizens, and try to talk to each other. This is exactly what I'm trying to do. Thank you for listening. This is Markus Termin, Astrologisches Stundbuch at the 21st of March.